Today we are going to discuss about overhanging beam subjected to uniformly distributed load. So this problem we are going to solve today. Now this is almost a simply supported beam. There are two supports, but the thing is one support is at the enter, another support is it is inside the beam. So here we have a overhanging. Here we have a overhanging. So this is overhanging beam. So now let us see how to solve this problem. So as usual, in this problem also, you have to find reaction at A and B. You have to find reaction at A and B. For that, you take moment. For that, you take moment about A. Taking moment about A. So now the RB will create a counterclockwise moment, and this uniformly distributed load will create a clockwise moment. This RB will create a counterclockwise moment. So you take one left side the equation, one is another side the equal. Simple, right? Now the load RB, reaction RB into the distance is 4 meters. So this is counterclockwise moment. That is equal to, this is 2 meters, 2 kilonewton meter. This is load per meter. So you multiply with the distance, that is total distance is 6. So this will be the load multiplied by what is the, at which point that center of gravity of this uniformly distributed will act, center of this, total distance is 6. So 6 by 2. So now what will be the, what is the value of RB? RB is equal to, this is 6 into 2, 12, 12 into 3, 12 into 3 divided by 4, 4, this if we divide 3, so 3 into 3, 9. So RB is equal to 9 kilonewton. Now RA, this is force equilibrium. Vertical force is equal to, upward force is equal to downward force. RA plus RB is equal to 2 into 6. Force is 2 into 6. 2 multiplied by the distance will give the, now what is the value of RA? RA is equal to 6 into 2, 12. 12 minus 9. RB is 9. So this will be equal to 3 kilonewton meter. Now we calculated the value of RB as well as RA. RA 3 kilonewton, RB is 9 kilonewton. The next step is writing the bending moment equation. Drawing the bending moment equation and shear force diagram. First you find the shear force, right? Shear force at C is equal to 0. Here there is no force. Then shear force at B is equal to, you, when there is a point load, you calculate 2 times. One is without point load and with the point load. If you calculate the force without point load, that is, this is 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 2, 4. This is downward direction, so positive. So if you include this also, that 4, this is upward direction, so negative, minus 9 is equal to minus 5. Minus 5 kilonewton. This is shear force at point B. What is the shear force at point A? Shear force at point A. Here also, there are two forces. Shear force at A. Right side we have two forces. One is reaction at B. Another one is this uniformly distributed load. This is upward. Upward is minus 9 plus 2 into 6. 2 into 6. This is without considering the point load. Without considering the point load, this is 6 into 12. So now it is 3. Now it is 3 kilonewton. 3 kilonewton. This is without considering this point load. If you consider this point load, that will be 3 minus 3. That is equal to 0. Now we can draw the shear force diagram. At C it is 0. At C 0. At the shear force at B is, first it is 4, then it is coming to minus 5. here it is coming to 4, then it is minus 5, minus 5 to it is going to 3, minus 5 to 3, then it will be 0, then it will be 0. So this is shear force diagram. Now let us see the bending moment. Bending moment at C is equal to 0 because there is no force. Force and resistance is equal to 0. Bending moment at B. Bending moment at B is equal to, if you consider the right side, it is this is 2 multiplied by 2. So this is a force. Force multiplied by distance. Distance is, the total distance is 2. So it will be acting at the center, 2 by 2. So it is 1. 2 by 2. So how much it is? 4. 4 kilonewton meter minus. This is minus because we are calculating bending moment at this point. This is will create a clockwise moment. Right side clockwise, we have taken minus. So minus 4 kilonewton meter at this point. So here it is 0, here it is minus. You calculate bending moment to A. Bending moment to A will be 0. Bending moment, because it is like simply separated beam, it's at the end. So bending moment at A will be equal to 0. A will be equal to 0. Here it is 0. Here it is minus 4. Here it is 0. Here it is 0. Now you have to see now let us see the shear force and bending moment diagram. The thing is that here the shear force at B is equal to minus 5. Here it is minus 5. Then shear force at A is equal to 3. It is going to 3, minus 5 to 3. So at one point it is crossing the beam. At one point it is crossing the beam. That is, the shear force is sign changes. It is minus to plus. The sign of shear force changes. Then what is the meaning? Bending moment at this point will be maximum. Bending moment at this point will be maximum. That point you have to locate. That point you have to locate. Now I show the shear force and bending moment diagram. After that, let us calculate the shear force, bending moment at this point. Bending moment at this point, because here the shear force sign changes. Here shear force sign changes. I already told you, whenever there is a change in shear force, there will be that point will be subjected to maximum bending moment most of the time. So you have to calculate bending moment at this point also. That let us calculate. Now first you see the shear force and bending moment diagram. After that you will discuss shear force diagram. This is a bending moment diagram. At this point it is 0. At this point it is 0. Now it is going to 4 plus 4. See, it is going to plus 4. Why it is linear? Because it is a uniformly distributed load. If it is a uniformly distributed load, shear force must be linear. Then it is suddenly it is coming to minus 5. Suddenly it is coming to minus 5. Then it is going to 3. It is going to plus 3. Then it is going coming to 0. So now at one point the the shear force sign is changing from minus to plus, minus to plus. So at this point, bending moment will be maximum. So at this point also you have to find the bending moment. So if you don't calculate the bending moment, and if you draw the bending moment, if you don't calculate bending moment at this point, and if you draw the bending moment diagram, then how it will come? Bending moment C is equal to 0. Bending moment B is equal to minus 4. Here it is minus 4. And bending moment A is equal to 0. Then you will connect like this. You will connect like this. You will connect like this. It will not go like this. So it will be wrong. It will be wrong. Now you find bending moment D also. Bending moment at D I am calculating. Okay. I am calculating bending moment at D. Bending moment at D. What is the value of bending moment at D? This point. First you have to locate this point. What is the location? How to find this location? According to the shear force diagram. According to the shear force diagram, at this point shear force is equal to 0. Shear force is equal to 0. Either you have to consider right side or left side. That is, the point may be here. The point may be somewhere here. Somewhere here. So at this point, what is the meaning of, as per the shear force diagram? At this point D. At point D, shear force is equal to 0. Shear force is equal to 0. If shear force is equal to 0, you write the equation and equate the shear force equal to 0. What is the value of A? The RA, we know RA is equal to how much? 3 kilonewton. So now I'm writing shear force at this point. Either you got to consider right side or left side. Right side or left side. Here, I think the left side will be easy. I'm considering left side. I'm taking this distance x. This distance x. We don't know this distance. I'm taking this is x. Now shear force for point D. Shear force for point D is equal to, this is 3 kilonewton. 3 kilonewton into, sorry, here we are calculating the force. So 3 kilonewton. uh, Left side upward, it is positive, so 3 kilonewton. This force is left side downward, so that is negative, minus, what is this force? 2 kilonewton. 2 kilonewton per meter. What is the distance? We are taking x and equal to 0. Then what is the value of x? X is equal to 3 by 2, that is 1.5 meter. So at D, that is 1.5 meter from A. Here shear force is equal to 0. Now at this point I am going to calculate bending moment. At this point I am calculating bending moment. So to find the bending moment at this point, you can consider left side. Right side also you can consider, nothing wrong. Since it is looking simple, we are considering left side. So now left side at 3 into 1.5. Distance is 1.5. This is moment due to this RA. This is clockwise moment, right? This is not counterclockwise moment. This is clockwise moment. So I'm taking positive. I'm taking positive, minus. This will create a counterclockwise moment. Counterclockwise moment, that is negative. That is 2 into 1.5. This is force multiplied by distance. Distance is equal to 1.5 divided by 2. Now what is the value? You calculate. Now what is the, this is 2.25. 2.25 kilonewton meter. Now you draw the bending moment diagram. Here it is 0, 0 to -4, -4 to plus 2.5. Then it is coming to this point. Then it is coming to 0. So this is the way you have to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. Now overhanging beam, right? So in this overhanging beam, now we are in that the previous problem, it had only uniformly distributed load, but here uniformly distributed load, point load and point load. So now the same procedure, you first find the RA and RB. RA and RB. To calculate RA and RB, you take moment about, take moment about A. If you take moment about A, that is RB multiplied by distance is 4, that is equal to, this is 20, 20 into 2, 20 into 2 into 2 by 2, 2 by 2. This is plus 40 into 2 plus 20 into 5, 20 into 5. This is 20, distance is 5. 20 into 5, this is 40, distance is 2. 40 into 2, this is 20 into 2, that is a force. 20 into, and distance is center, the center of gravity will be at the center, so distance will be 1. So 2 by 2. And this, so now you see, we can calculate the value of RB. You can calculate the value of RB, right? 55. RB is equal to 55 kilonewton. Now you calculate the value of RA. Calculate the value of RA. RA plus RB is equal to 20 into 2, 20 into 2 plus 40 plus 20. Then what is the value of RA? RA is equal to 20 into 2, 40, 40, 20, 100. 100 minus 55. So equal to 45 kilonewton. Now we calculate the value of RA and RB. Now next step is calculating the bending moment, shear force. Shear force at C. Shear force at C. What is the value of shear force at this point? We have a 20 kilonewton load downward. So we take positive. So shear force at C is equal to 20. Now shear force at B. Shear force at B. What is the value of shear force at B? Shear force at B is equal to, you calculate shear force 2 times with the point load, without point load. If you calculate without point load, this same 20 kilonewton will continue. that is 20. This is without this point load. If you consider the point load also, then 20 minus what is RB? RB is equal to 55. 55. That is equal to 55 minus 20. It is minus 35. Minus 35 kilonewton. Now shear force at D. Shear force at D. What is the value of shear force at D? Shear force at D is equal to with the point load, without point load you have to calculate. If you calculate without point load, this is the same minus 35 will continue. Minus 35. Here it is minus 35. The same thing will continue. This is then minus 35 plus 40. Plus 40. That is 5 kilonewton meter. So it will go up. Then shear force at A. Shear force at A, if you calculate, that is without this point load, if you with the point load, it will be 0. Without point load, if you calculate, that will be 20, that is downward, minus 55 and plus 40, plus 40, this is 5, then plus 20 into 2, it is 45, it is 45 kilonewton. Then it will come to 0. Then it will come to this is a shear force diagram. Shear force diagram. Now you draw the bending moment diagram. Bending moment at C is equal to, it will be 0. It will be 0. Similarly, bending moment A is equal to A also will be 0. Bending moment A also will be 0. You have to calculate at 2 point. Bending moment at B and D. So bending moment at B is equal to, if you consider the right side, it is clockwise. Clockwise you take negative. Clockwise you take negative, minus 20 into 1. 20 into 1. That is minus 20 kilonewton meter. What will be the shear force at the bending moment at point D? Bending moment at point D is equal to, you consider right side, minus 20 into 3. 20 into 3. 20 into 3 plus this RB is 55. RB is 55. So 55 into 2. 55 into 2. How much it is? It is 110. This is 60. So it is 50. 50 kilonewton meter. Now you can draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. Now see, this is a shear force and bending moment diagram. At A, it is 20. Shear force equal to 20. The same 20 is continuing up to this point. Why it is uniform? Because this is point load. Point load means shear force is uniform. Then it is going to minus 35. Then it is going to minus 35. The same thing will continue up to this point. Then it is going to plus 5. Then it is going to plus 5. Then from here to it is going to 45. It is going to 45. Why it is uniformly varying load? Why it is linear? Because it is uniformly distributed load. Since it is uniformly distributed load, it will be linear line. Then you come to bending moment. At bending moment at point C is equal to 0. And bending moment at B point is minus 20. Whether it is linear or curve, it is a linear line. Why it is linear line? Point load, bending moment is linear line. Then from this point to here, 50. This point to here, 50. That is bending moment D. Bending moment D. It is 50 kilonewton meter plus. So it is going from this point to this point, right? Now after that it is curve. What curve? It is a parabolic quadratic curve. Why? It is a uniformly distributed load. So bending moment is 50 to 0. So this is a way you have to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. Shear force and bending moment diagram, right? Now at one point, the bending moment is 0. At one point, bending moment is 0. If you want to calculate this point, you can calculate. If you want to calculate this point, you can calculate. Here there are 2 points where shear force is 0. Here at one point, bending moment is 0. Here at one point, bending moment is 0. How to calculate bending moment at this point? You have to write bending moment equation and E equal to 0. You write bending moment equation and E equal to 0. So the point is somewhere here. The point is somewhere here. This is the point B. This is a point B. It is coming after that. It is somewhere here. Now you write bending moment equation for this. Now you take this is X. Now you take this is x. You take this is x, some x. Now, if you write bending moment for this point, if you write bending moment for right, you consider the right side, bending moment is equal to 20. This is a clockwise moment, so minus 20 into x, 20 into x, plus this is 55. This is 55. 55 into how much? X minus 1. X minus 1 is equal to 0, equal to 0, and find the value of x. X is equal to 1.571 meters. X is equal to 1.571 meters. The point at which bending moment is equal to 0. So you write equation, bending moment equation, and equal to 0, it will give the value of x. So at this point it is 0. So this point is known as point of contraflexure. This point is known as point of contraflexure. We have discussed about 2 points. One is whenever there is a shear force sign changes. Shear force sign changes. See, here it is shear force sign changes. Positive to negative. Your corresponding point you see, bending moment is maximum. Here again it is changing from negative to positive. At this point also bending moment is maximum. Out of these two, this is maximum. Out of these two, this is maximum. Now at one point, bending moment is 0. At one point, bending moment is 0. You don't say it is 0. Here also on the point B, C also it is 0. A also 0. You don't tell it is 0. It is sign is changing. Sign is changing from negative to positive. But here it is not sign change. Here it is only 0. Here 0. But in the same time, sign is changing from negative to positive. So what is contraflexure? When the bending moment sign changes positive to negative or negative to positive, whatever it may be, when the bending moment sign changes, that is known as point of contraflexure. Point of contraflexure. It has a is a important one, because why it is important is point of contraflexure. Flexure is changing. Flexure is changing. So here it is negative. Here it is bending moment is negative. Here it is positive. Already we have discussed. When bending moment is negative means what type of beam is it is? One is hanging, another one is sagging. If it is positive, that is sagging. So here at this, here the point is 1.57 is here. So here the beam will bend like this. The beam will bend like this. So after that, the beam will bend like this. So this is negative bending moment. Negative bending moment means the beam will sag. Beam will hug. That is, it is convex. If it is positive, the beam will bend like this. That is concave, and it is sagging bending moment. Sagging, the beam will be sagging, right? So we have discussed everything earlier. Why? Because we want to find out bending moment. From that, we want to say whether the beam is sagging or hagging. If it is sagging, the top side will be subjected to compressive. Bottom side will be subjected to tensile. And in this beam, top side will be subjected to tensile. Bottom side will be compressive. All those things we can decide. All those things we can decide. That is what we discussed. All those things, right?